Hello guys and welcome back to DDT's Tech Solutions, and it's another day on Non-Farm Payroll NFP on Friday. What do we have? NFP is a very key economic indicator, and it often leads to significant movements in the market. So it is always a highly anticipated news, and it shows a change in the number of employed people in the US from month to month, not including the farming sector. So it is commonly regarded as the indicator for the health of the US economy, and trying to mean that it has a very huge impact on the dollar and the, the other wider markets. So we all know that if the NFP is higher than expected, stocks and dollar often make gains, while a lower figure can also mean the opposite. So let's check on Forex Factory to see what we have. So on Friday, NFP is coming up around 1:30 p.m. Around 1:30 p.m. Okay, so now let's look at what to expect from NFP this month. After this, we are also going to go into the chart to look at our analysis. So last month we sum up got a negative NFP, which gave gold a very initial boost. But now gold it's couldn't go through the resistance level, that is the $2,000 resistance level, and the US dollar has also uh, it was weak in November, and now we have an expectation of a pivot, which is by the Fed. That's earlier next year. So we anticipate a gentle slowdown in the job market in the USA will seem to be an established narrative. So there might be a greater focus on the Fed, that is today, or even on 30th December. There's a news upcoming, and we are looking at our previous NFP. Our previous NFP was 150,000, and now we expect NFP to increase to 175,000, which is kind of positive. And our previous unemployment was 3.9%, and our expected unemployment is what we're expecting is also 3.9%. So let's move to the chart. So currently what you see right here in my chart was my analysis for this week. I posted it. Those who uh, followed also got it correctly as I posted. So now let's clear everything, and we can see that DXY DXY for has been bearish for a few weeks now, but now it has tapped into a very important fair value gap, which you see here, and we had a pivot or a bounce from that side. So moving to the daily time frame to get a clearer view, we were bearish this whole last week, and now we are bullish this week. That's a pivot point. So I believe DXY, or that is the US dollar index, boom up to cross. We're expecting it to cross this for 104 mark. So we are crossing this 104 mark. If it's able to cross this, then we are going to look for a bullish movement for US dollar on NFP. So my target this point, that is 105,414, or it can even break through to the upside. So let's see, this is what we are targeting, a breakout or to this level on Friday NFP. Now let's look at other currencies. Looking at gold. So gold has also bounced off from a very um, monthly resistance that is around the 2000 mark, 2077 mark. You can see we've had three rejections on this resistance zone. We have one rejection here, that's on a monthly time frame, second rejection, and the recent rejection, but then it broke above it, but it didn't close above it. So what do we see? We see a bounce from this, moving up to the weekly time frame. So on the weekly time frame, what do we see? So we have a bounce, and we are anticipating that we move to the daily time frame so we can have a clearer understanding. So it looks like gold is trying to gain some bullish momentum, but then my anticipation is gold will still not break this resistance. We are anticipating for a bearish movement for gold on NFP. I'm looking for a bearish movement on gold for NFP. It's trying to react to this kind of resistance that was a previous resistance, now trying to act like a support zone. But then I still believe strongly that gold will be bearish and we are not going to break this resistance. Looking at Aussie dollar, what do we have for Aussie dollar? So sorry on my charts, everything you see here was due to the forex weekly analysis. So what do we see for Aussie dollar? So Aussie dollar to looking at a weekly time frame, we can see that Aussie dollar is in a bearish flag when we on the weekly time frame we've had this rejection one, twice, third one, fourth one, fifth one, and it's still bearish this week. So it's a bearish flag which has a very strong resistance at this level. So let's go to the daily time frame to anticipate. So I believe that Oxy dollar will try to, so Oxy dollar will try, there's a small fair value gap here, and Aussie dollar will try to, tap into this fair value gap, and then we have a bearish movement ahead for NFP. So I believe it's going to break this minor, that's a previous resistance, and then we are going to have a bearish movement for Aussie dollar. So probably to this level, I think. So we are going to have a bearish movement for Aussie dollar on Friday. Let's move to gbpusd. What do you have for gbpusd? So from my weekly analysis, as I said, we are going to have this pullback and then a bearish movement. So we're going to continue this bearish movement, but then so we don't have any fair value gap around here. So I believe just a small pullback. It's a small pullback, and then we have bearish movement. So looking for the so we can use this as our supports for NFP. This zone is a very key zone that was serving as a resistance now and served as a support, and we are going to still use this as our gbpusd support for NFP on Friday. Looking at eurusd, so for my weekly analysis, as I anticipated, there was a fair value gap here, but it's the price couldn't go back to hit the fair value gap, but then it moved down as I expected. So what do we also look up to for Euro USD? Euro USD, I believe Euro USD is going to go up a bit and then move down to this zone where we also have a very significant micro resistance support zone here. You can see we have about four rejections at this zone, which is also going to be a very good point of resistance on Friday ahead of and USDJPY looks very bearish. But still, as I said, from my weekly analysis, looking for it to tap into this support zone here and then boom up. So we are still waiting. We are still waiting for USDJPY to tap into this support zone and then boom up to probably this level on Friday. We also have a very good micro resistance level here. So this is what I'm anticipating, and I'll be adding more updates. So all you have to do is to subscribe, hit the notification bell. You follow me on Twitter, link is below in the description, or X, and you can also follow me on Telegram. The link is below in the description. I'll be giving more updates if there is something you need to know. So thank you for watching this video. Keep updated.